everyone, this is going to be a bit of a long video because I've got a lot to talk about. This morning, I had my ADHD assessment and I can confirm I do have ADHD. Alongside the assessment that I was doing, they have referred me for Autism 360 because they believe that I've got traits of autism on top of my ADHD, but my ADHD is a lot more higher. I went through right to choose through the GP that then referred it through to ADHD 360. It took over 9 months. I have decided to medicate. However, this is where a bit of a backstory comes in. So I can't actually be medicated until I am 6 months sober. So what that means is I have been battling since last year. Even prior to that, I have been battling with a Cocodamol addiction. For a lot of you that do know, obviously I had the gastric sleeve. That was my addiction, binge eating food. They have classed this as a transfer addiction from food to prescription medication. So it is a misuse of prescription medication. I had a false widow spider bite a few months after having my gastric sleeve. I was on pain meds for that. So that didn't really trigger me to have an addiction to any pain relief, any pain meds really specifically. Apart from when my nan passed away, I did go through a sort of addiction. I was reaching for anti-sickness tablets, and that would just help me not feel sicky and stuff when I ate food, and that helped. However, a year after that, I ended up with a knee injury from doing pole fitness where I actually dislocated my kneecap. The GP, I don't really know what happened. The GP have all said it was a torn meniscus. My scan said it was a torn meniscus. But at my recent physiotherapist that I had 2-3 weeks ago, they said it's a dislocated kneecap. Which is, I don't understand how they've gone from dislocated kneecap to a torn meniscus or whatever. So torn meniscus, dislocated kneecap, whatever, I have got a dodgy knee. And I was on Cocodamol for that. However, 6 months, so 4 months ago, I reached out. I think it was a bit longer than that. 4 or 5 months ago, I reached out for help and support because I overdosed on Cocodamol. I was that bad. I was vomiting. I had the sweats. I really wasn't very well. I genuinely thought that was it and that was going to be the end of it. I haven't publicly spoken about this because it is something that I've been battling, but as I want to be open and completely honest with people in regards to my ADHD diagnosis, I just thought, you know what, it is the right time. I'm getting support. So I am with an addiction support company group thing. My GP is also working with me, and I have a psychologist. I think that's the right word. So I have sessions with a psychologist. I have a weekly phone calls with my addiction support network, and also the GP are helping me out. I have to collect my Cocodamol weekly, but usually it is Stephen that collects it, and he's been honestly I couldn't have done this without him because he's helped me loads. When he's at work, he puts 2 lots of pills around the house, and then he'll tell me on his work breaks where the pills are. This has been hard, not just on me, but on Stephen and the family. Fuck me, this is harder than what I thought. I thought it'd be easy to talk about this. So I started off on the usual dose of 2 pills, there. This was 10 months ago. And then it started getting worse to the point of I'd take 3 or 4 or 5 in one go because it wasn't helping my pain. I also felt it was helping me not eat as much. And I was struggling, but I would pinch pills off my mum. I would buy extra pills over the counter. And it wasn't until 4 or 5 months ago where I was really ill that I thought, this isn't right, this isn't normal. I reached out, I got help. So I have been so grateful that I am okay, I'm fine. And I did reach out and I did get help, and I am on the right support. So currently I am on 6 tablets a day. So I have 2 in the morning, 2 at lunch, 2 before bed. However, sometimes I do have 3 before bed, and that's simply because it's still the pain thing. So when I'm asleep, My knee doesn't give me jip, but if I turn over in my sleep, it will pop and it will fucking hurt. And it is excruciating. I've had physio, I have had different types of medication, I've had pregabbing, I can't say it, but that nothing has helped apart from Cocodamol. So I need to get off this now, and I need to do more physio. I found tape under my knee helps lift it up, that helps elevate the pain. I have found elevating my leg in bed helps, but it's just something that's always going to happen, and eventually I will need a knee operation. However, I am too young. I am far too young to have a knee operation, so they won't operate on it, which is just a piss take, really. So yes, going forward, I have got to wait until I'm off my Cocodamol before I start medication. I have to wait 6 months after being off Cocodamol. So the plan that I've got with the GP and with obviously the addiction company support, I am reducing my dosage each 4 weeks. Every 4 weeks my dose comes down. So currently I'm on 6 pills a day. Last month was 7 pills. Before that was 8 pills. It was 9 pills and 10 pills. It's gradually come down. This Thursday it goes down to 5 pills a day. By March 2026 I should be off Cocodamol completely. Like, it shouldn't be no problem. Then I've got to wait 6 months after that before I can start my ADHD medication, and that is because it can easily be transferred from Cocodamol to ADHD medication, and that's not what I want. So yes, so I've got a diagnosis of ADHD, so I know that is me. Like, I already knew, looking at Ethan is me down to a T. As a child, Ethan's me. And then they've put me forward for my autism assessment simply because I'm showing traits. Ethan's got ADHD and autism. It is genetic, it is hereditary. I kind of expected it. So yeah, going forward, ADHD, potentially autism, and I have now opened up about anything. If you do have questions or comments, please pop them down below. And I'm sorry that this video is so long.